22-year-old Tanika Queen is at the Clark County Detention Center being held without bail and facing charges of first-degree kidnapping, sexual assault against a child under 16, statutory sex seduction, and a sex act between a school employee and student. These photos taken from her Facebook profile, the victim a 15-year-old male from Hyde Park Middle School. The arrest report details a consensual relationship through numerous text messages starting the day before Valentine's Day, February 13th, from Queen. I'm serious. I'm putting my job on the line, talking to you, so how can I not be serious? This is so weird, I haven't felt like this in years. February 14th, the 15-year-old says, I love you. February 15th, Queen, get them lips ready. The teen responds, oh, trust me, babe, they're more than ready. Queen, I'll never leave you. The teen, death is the only thing that is going to separate us. February 20th, Queen says, I like that hug and kiss before class. February 24th, Queen says, people are getting hella suspicious. We gotta cool it down. The report says Queen was interviewed February 26th by school police detectives about the relationship. She stated the student had a crush on her and that they hugged and kissed. Upon her arrest on Tuesday, Queen admitted on one occasion the teen undressing her and having sex.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much for tuning in to yet another installment of Lounge 198.
Back again.
What's up?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah. We're not going to waste much time. We're going to get right into our first topic to discuss today, gentlemen. Teachers sleeping with students.
Education's so good.
Yeah, kids are so lucky these days.
Man,
What?
where was this at when we was kids?
Every
day.
The most recent one was the female in Vegas, right? The 22-year-old with the 15-year-old.
Yes, and this happened out in Vegas. 22-year-old teacher, female substitute teacher. With a 15-year-old student. It was consensual. It was something that happened throughout the course of some weeks. Text messages back and forth confirm.
Text messages, dude, get you every time, man.
That the teacher was enticing the young man.
My kind of teacher.
I think she said that he showed a liking to her, so I guess she bit. I'm sure. I mean, she's attractive.
Was there any teacher?
She cute still.
That was slender. Any teacher that was not fat and nasty, we were attracted to back in the day.
Exactly.
So right now we're coming from the male
teacher.
Student perspective.
Yeah.
From the
Yes,
male
because there's-
student perspective, if we're his age, we're like, my man.
Right. Exactly. And for you
Right?
and for ladies that
Okay.
are watching, we are all guys. I don't think there's no male or father anywhere walking that's gonna have a problem with his son smashing his a nice looking teacher. We do need
They will pretend. They will pretend like they don't have a
We
problem.
need
Right.
your female.
Now I will. No. I will have a problem with that. I'm gonna have a problem with that.
It's your son won't.
No, mainly because I'm raising my son to be better than me.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't want him. I mean, I would prefer for him to not
you're not
have
gonna
sex
chastise him
at
for
all
it.
until he
Technically-
has a wife.
Well, technically,
Naturally.
better than you as a man, or better than
As
you
a man, as at everything, better than me, even from a man all the way down to his basketball shot.
But what about
Everything better than me.
But what about his player mode before he becomes a man? We all go through that stage.
Does he need to go through that? That's a whole nother topic. We'll stay focused. And
I guess we do need to stay focused,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, that's another can of
He might
worms
need
that
to
you
go
bring
through
up.
that phase, though, what he's saying, before he gets to
He-
the stage where you want him at.
Or he might not.
He might not.
Or if he does, hopefully he'll feel a little more shame than I felt. Because when I first did it, I was,
You
yeah,
slept with a teacher?
huh?
Shout out to substitute teachers, by the
Anyway.
way.
We lusted after teachers.
Man,
We lusted after any teacher that wasn't anything that wasn't fat and nasty. Even some things that were fat and nasty. We were horn dogs.
It's true.
What do you have to say about being a horn dog at that age, Bear, and actually getting a teacher to
Tell you right now.
what? Y'all remember Miss Graham? I used to love Miss Graham.
My Spanish teacher, Miss
Miss Barnett.
Miss Adams.
What the do him, Logan?
My dude.
All right, she was like,
Miss Dunn, no.
But hold on for a second.
Stay focused.
I want to hear what
Savages, man.
I want to hear
That's
how
what we
Bear-
were. We were
I want to
savage.
hear how Bear felt about Miss Alexander.
How I felt? What? hormones kicking.
She was like 6 feet tall,
Every
like
day.
Greek.
Hey, if she
in Spanish or something. She was like a
gave me a
goddess.
sniff,
goddess.
oh, it was going down.
She was a goddess.
It was going down. I'm
definitely-
pretty sure I would have spoke fluently Spanish right now. I'm telling you right now. What? Matter of fact, any teacher at that age, growing up, you get some snatch thrown at you, man. You're gonna take it, and then you just gonna be like, "What? I'm a man now." So that's point blank. What I don't understand is, why you blowing the whistle, dog? You getting grown snatch thrown at you. Take it. I'll take it.
I don't know if he blew the whistle or not. Based on the reports and everything that we watched, it seemed like they were kind of attracted.
Them hot.
Well,
They
wait a
were
minute,
attracted
wait a
too much
minute.
attention,
Them hot
interacting
them
with
hot.
each other.
Not just that case,
Because there
though,
was
but I'm
room,
just
there was
saying.
people talking around the school.
Right,
that they were
right.
picking up on how close they were getting.
Them hot.
So
That's-
it wasn't necessarily him.
That's the only one. The previous one, somebody was always
Yeah.
telling.
Right.
I'm telling you what though, if I'm
The kid-
15 and you 22 and you teaching and you want to teach
I
me
don't think
something,
that's the.
I'm gonna be quiet. I ain't telling nobody.
If you a substitute, you're not a real teacher, so technically,
We're good.
But wait a minute though. Did you guys notice? And again, what I'm saying right now is just totally alleged and me trying to piece stuff together. But did you notice that after she said, "Look, people are kind of onto us right now. I think we should cool down." That's when he went public with it. So in his mind, it's kind of like, all right. I ain't gonna get the old booty no more of the old.
She must have had that.
So I might as well try to get some money out of this.
She tried
What
to
money?
cut him
What
off,
he-
and
what-
he
what- what
just
money
said
is he gonna
wouldn't
get?
have it.
Well, guess what? If he does one interview right now,
but it's already done before, as
someone
far
has
as
the
teachers
exclusive.
sleeping with the kid, though. Like
What do you
you
mean?
can, I don't think you can make as money as the, back in the day,
You still get some. Some is better than
it
none.
definitely has its. Yeah, I mean, right now it's a hot. If it's a hot story, the longer you wait,
Man,
the less
look,
money
man, look,
you get.
man,
But
look,
yeah,
hold on, man,
they
look,
get
look.
money for
Wait,
interviews
wait.
and stuff like that. They
Nobody
make money.
feels sorry for you, okay? Because you're a 15-year-old male, okay?
Bottom
You're a
line,
victim.
man.
All right, you're a champion.
but you know,
If the situation was
okay.
reversed,
But sh-
if the situation was reversed,
You were the
okay,
15-year-old typical man.
If it was a 22-year-old male substitute and it was a 15-year-old female, then there would be some type of victimization and we'd feel sorry.
Why is that?
Because ladies are queens and they need to be treated
Okay,
with
no,
respect.
no, it shouldn't be no difference.
Yes, it
Double
Females-
standard.
listen,
Yes, you're
first of
right.
all, listen,
No, it
females are advanced more so than guys.
Yeah.
When it comes to that.
Yeah.
And to me, teenagers, when we all were teenagers, even with females, they knew and we all knew what we were doing at that age. Because society sets an age limit and a standard, we follow by it and we naturally
Well, not
gonna go.
necessarily society, this country.
that's what I'm
Not
saying.
even just society,
Our
though,
society
but-
does that.
Yeah, I mean,
Our
yeah.
society, like here, you're 18. Anything under 18, you're considered a minor. You're considered a minor.
Right.
So you could be mature at 16 and 15 more so than somebody 18, but because you are 15 and 16, I'm just saying because the Bible say, and I'm trying to jump into that.
Oh,
you go from a boy to a man. There's no teenage era there. That's man-made.
Okay.
That's man-made there. Because back in the day, people was marrying at 12, 13,
True
14,
that, true
15
that.
years old.
True that.
It's just a
Bottom
simple
line,
fact.
if you legal and you consenting adult, if you 22, that means you old enough to get this deal. Basically.
Look,
This guy,
I think
I'm just saying,
a
man,
huge
whatever.
reason.
I mean, sorry.
A huge reason for the double standard, though, is not just society, but it's also the makeup of a man. We're born natural hunters. We're more like the ones that hunt out the female in a lot of cases.
Yes, but now times have changed. Females are more aggressive now. These young girls out here, stock on coochie has plummeted. Like their age, their generation is giving it up like
At a
nothing
ra-
at a rapid pace.
Yeah.
At a rapid pace.
But
And
you
that
see, right now you're talking from a matter of perspective.
But that's just the reality of it.
Guess what I found out late in life? I was about 25 when I figured out that not every man over 20 has had his bones jumped by a woman and completely been attacked by a woman.
Or an older woman at that.
Or an older woman at that. So
Shout out to the Cougars.
There's a lot of guys out here that don't know what that's like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta.
Well, he found out at 15 in school. He found out quickly.
Found out.
He did find out quickly.
He's not a
But
victim.
do you think that these teachers should be charged for those actions and be sent to jail? Because one teacher one
Should
time
be celebrated.
One teacher one time.
The
How many
female
years did she
teacher.
get?
Yeah, the female
I think one teacher one time
I forget
got-
that parade or something.
I think one teacher one time got like 10 years.
That's the first big.
Yeah,
Well,
teacher
one
got-
teacher,
you know-
yeah, she got locked up. She got out and started messing with the student again.
Oh, got pregnant and married,
Got
everything.
pregnant and married. Like they took it all the way. Like their love was real. It was awkward, but
Yeah, remember that one there.
but, they took it
remember
all
that
the way
story.
there.
I think it's more so the mind frame of a older adult male taking advantage of a younger female versus a younger female taking advantage of. An older female taking advantage of a
I
younger
disagree
male.
with these double standards, man.
Look,
We always consider the pervert if we older, but a woman gonna be considered a cougar and it's okay.
Yes.
Like,
Deal with it.
You know, guess what?
We got plenty of advantages as men.
Despite
This
this
is
double
one you better
standards,
deal
though,
with, man.
despite this double standards, here's why the older person needs to be prosecuted and charged. Because you're in Las Vegas, Nevada. You are a 22-year-old female at
she's
that.
still young, 22.
And you're young
But,
and
you
from
know
what I
what?
saw from the pictures, attractive. You can't find penis or meat
Man, point blank.
from a
Look,
man your age.
I remember
that 15-year-old is blowing her back out.
blowing her back
Point
out
blank.
at a young age.
No 22 could have did it at that time.
Well, find
that
that-
15-year-old did it.
Find an 18-year-old
Well, you
was
know what?
standing there.
For me, it's,
You know what I
for me,
mean?
it's
This
a
is
personal thing. Cause remember when I was young and me look up and I see like the older guy them, I date the girl them, and I say, yo, why these old niggas take the wallet for the girl them, right? So
Right.
now me look at it and I say, I don't want to be one of those old
One of
guys
those
where
guys.
I take the young girl from the youth them. You understand me? So for me, it's just I don't want to be in those shoes.
We all getting on the school bus and he pull up in his car. You 27 though, dude. She's 17 years old.
No, y'all
I'm
dudes-
getting on the school
yeah,
bus.
y'all
I just
dudes
got
is
finished
nasty,
rapping to.
man.
I can't even holler at her.
Them type of dudes is nasty, man.
Yeah, man.
Nasty.
I take off. Man, look, man. Point blank. Like, it's like the age difference comes into play as far as, okay, for instance, a 50-year-old male, right, and a 25-year-old female. The majority, as far as if she say, okay, it's done and cut him off, he's gonna bounce back, be like, oh well, the old pussy's gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
gonna move on. But
Right.
if a 50-year-old female, like the emotion, like that's gonna hurt her for the rest of her life.
Scar for the rest of her life.
Like you done turned her out and then you just dropped her. Like her maturity ain't gonna bounce back for her. Like, oh well, you know what I'm saying. But that's gonna mess it up for her.
with every male that she
Yeah.
ever deals with.
Right. That's gonna. I think that's why society is like, you know what I'm saying.
Here's why it messes her up even more. Not just the fact that, you know, it could scar her later in life when she's 38, 39 and wonder why she can't have a good relationship. But guess what else though? She's going to be able to entice the men with the wrong thing. Because after dealing with a man that old, I'm pretty sure she's more sexually advanced than a lot of the women her age.
Right.
So not only is she turning them off with the scarring that she has from this guy, but she's turning them on with the wrong thing.
The wrong
Turning
things.
on them, meaning men, of course.
Right,
Turning
right.
them on with the wrong thing. So now she's even baiting them with the wrong thing. No virtues. Just completely punani, man.
And
You know what I mean?
it's
That's what's
funny
happening
because no, it looks like, say, you know, the mom always said the females are more mature than, you know, than young boys. But no, in this case, in this situation, her maturity has gotten her scarred, and then she's gonna be damaged goods. So no, any guy her age in her bracket trying to, you know, she look at them as, you know, you're not on my level. You can't, you know, you can't do nothing for me. So so she damaged, but everything else looked
we grew
damaged
up
to
with
she.
quite a few girls
Right,
like
right,
that,
right.
you know, that were 15 and when we're 15 and we trying to talk to them and they already talking to dudes way older, you know, because it wasn't nothing we could do for them.
No rap.
Right.
It wasn't nothing we could do for them, you know.
What you gonna take her on that metro with you?
See, so kids.
But that's just basically to me. You know, I agree with you guys, but that's just basically to me just life mistakes in general. I mean, that's just
What
natural.
you mean, man?
That's just life mistakes.
What's a life mistake?
Because the girl, it's not like a guy forces a female that at that age to date them, like have them at gunpoint.
But you are forcing them mentally because mentally he's
Manipulated.
most times he's
So okay,
way
so
more
what's the
advanced.
difference between the male and female, and I mean the guy dealing with the younger woman? Then like I said, how we started off with the teachers messing with these younger boys. Like what is the why are women so much of a victim more so?
Because at 15, all you want to do is stick it.
But some of these boys really are victimized
Right.
and traumatized by it. Some of them,
Like who?
some of them, listen, some of them are. Some of them have been.
Very rare.
Listen,
They don't have-
Some of them have been.
some of them,
No,
some of them has
have
been. Now look, and that's just like okay.
They
All right,
might
listen.
love- no,
I'm gonna
true
use
stories
myself
like
for
that.
example. I'm
I
gonna use
ain't
myself
saying you
for
ain't saying
example.
stories like that. I'm saying.
Listen, I'm gonna use myself for example. I hope my family members don't watch this.
Oh.
I had when I was 13, I lost my virginity to a 33-year-old woman. She was 33. She was the lady in the neighborhood that did a lot of stuff with the kids and stuff like that. And one
She's
time,
so nice.
I was the last one playing Nintendo at the house.
Too far though, man. 13.
But I'm just saying. But
I
no,
did a story.
but
I
no,
did a
what I'm
story.
not.
I did a story.
Okay, but listen. When it happened,
It turned
the
him into
male side.
flesh.
Listen. No, seriously. No,
Why his
seriously.
name's Flesh
Seriously,
now?
no, seriously. The male side of me, the natural boy side of me, wanted when she put in the porn tape and started coming at me like that. My natural reaction at those times, you just get bonus for no reason, and plus your curiosity wanted to go there. Once I went there, I never been around her again because the next day. I couldn't be around her no more. I wouldn't even walk past her. I wouldn't even walk
But granted-
past her.
but
You know, her
granted-
block. I would go. I had to go around a block away
I don't
to
wanna
walk
cut
to the
you
store
off,
because
but-
I felt uncomfortable and nervous going past her house.
Oh, but you should have because you were 13 years old. And at 13, there's a huge jump.
And a
between
champion,
13
by the way.
And-
Go there.
Stop this. There's a huge jump from 13 to 16. It's a huge jump.
It is a huge
It's
jump.
a huge jump, man. It's just like a college. It's just like a college athlete, man. It's different from college football to NFL. You're only a year older once you're going in, but the game is totally different. 13 is far too young. 13, and how old did you say she was?
32, 33.
Yeah, she was 33.
Now, fast forward to you being 16.
Sample
Would
again.
it have been the
Touch
same?
it, man.
Would you have been scared of at 16?
At 16?
Would you have been scared of
At
at 16?
16, would you still be walking around the house or taking a long way? No.
No.
Okay then.
No, I wouldn't have, but that's me. Every
That's
kid,
all of
but
us.
no, that's not all of us because there are some
That's
boys
most
out
of
here.
us. That's
Most of us, but there are some
definitely.
boys out here
You're the
that don't
typical
cross their
male
lines. Yeah.
when you are
But
enticed
some
by
of these
that.
boys out here, they are
That's the typical
traumatized
male.
by it. Boys get traumatized.
Listen, if
We-
you're 16 years old and a 22-year-old female gives herself to you and you are traumatized,
Batman. One buckler.
thank you.
Take grown pussy star. I want Jesus, peace, man. Come on, man.
Hey, look,
No, older female can
yo.
let me when I'm a teenager.
When you're 16,
What? Come on, man.
Come
Yo,
on,
I ain't
you
say
first of all, I'm just saying.
traumatized.
Traumatized.
Yo.
Victimized. What's
You
going
want to tell my mother? What?
Yo, me look
does
at it
that?
like
Okay,
this.
so can I ask you a question? There's no such thing as all to everything. So
You're
what
right.
about that 16-year-old that is traumatized when he's a male?
There's
He's being
exceptions.
told by society to suck it up.
Suck it up,
That's
dude.
what's supposed to happen.
Suck it up.
Well,
So
listen,
he doesn't
though.
have a daddy he
But
can talk
listen
to.
though, that's been happening since the beginning of time. The double standard starts from the time we're being parented as babies. You know, a little girl playing in the street and falls down, and her daddy will run to her and say, "Ooh, baby, you know how you doing? Are you okay? Daddy
Right,
got
right,
you."
right.
But let that happen to his son.
Get up.
and walk it
Shake
off.
it off.
Shake
So
it off.
understand, it's something ingrained in
It's
not
just
just
what it is.
society,
It's just what it
in the
is.
makeup of men. Period.
Period.
And let's not condone it though to the extent that because when you do that, man, you're pushing out and raising emotionless children.
robots, yeah.
You cannot do that, man.
Unless the chick hold you down and take the body, like, I'm pretty sure not that it don't happen like that, but I'm just saying, like,
Take
yo,
body, yeah.
unless she take it on and say, yo, give me the body, that might traumatize you. But if
no,
she like,
well-
she get naked, you get naked, and be like, yo, what you want to do?
For
If it's
translation, for
consensual.
those who don't know what buddy is,
Cocky.
it's penis. Okay, as you guys were.
Yeah, I mean when it's consensual though, when it's consensual, then no, that you eliminate, you kind of extract that whole traumatizing process.
But the female situation is consensual.
Now, if it's consensual,
But we have to protect them. Plain and simple, man. Them delicate. Them are flowers.
But listen though. Now I'll speak. Now I'm gonna go a little more in depth. Flesh kind of shared his. So I'm gonna jump out on that ledge with you, man. Like 15, 16, definitely. Now I can look back on it and call it molestation. Yeah, I was molested by women in their late 20s and
No, you weren't.
and 30s. Huh?
Go ahead.
I was, man.
It was up to you.
I don't
It was up
think
to
you
you.
weren't.
None of
We're
us
just
are
saying
molested.
we're not labeling.
But
Yeah,
back
when-
then, though,
yo,
you couldn't say molested. Back then, it was yo, my man. You never guess what happened at the party. Now,
And that's how you know it's not
But hey,
molestation.
but-
when you old enough and grown enough to call me on the phone and say, "My nigga, guess what happened?" No.
But-
and now you can't turn around and be like, "Hey man,
Yeah.
right.
back. I think I
got
was
a point.
molested."
It's not.
No, you
right.
weren't.
No. Here's
So what's happening?
here's where the argument that we were having earlier. That's where we kind of wipe that out just a little bit. But I will say it does have an effect on you.
It does have an effect.
Because I'll see.
I agree with that.
There are a lot of things that I had to do as a married man to guard myself sexually. And even today, I'll be honest with every other brother out here who's contemplating marriage. It is still a fight for me. So understand, if you are the kind of guy that sees yourself with the house on the hill one day, kids, married, make it easier for yourself and try to curb your sexual appetite from now and
Hey, look,
save
man.
it for your woman.
You right.
However, now I gotta bring up the other.
Go ahead.
If you're not that guy, if you see yourself as the guy that will never be married, you don't want that, it's a little more dangerous, but I will say, do what you gotta
Let
do.
me take it one. Let me take it
But
back.
you
Let me
can't
take it
see
back.
yourself with that as that guy being married and not try to curve yourself. And for me, I had to do a lot of curving of that more than the average man. I had to make plans to fight against myself.
But we all grew up.
And a
little
part
too
of that, a lot of that had to
fast,
do
man.
with my early sexual experiences.
But
with
listen about
much
your
older
early
women.
sexual experience. What I'm trying to say, your early sexual experiences weren't even with people. We grew up in the 80s and 90s. You know what happens? That means we grew up with illegal cable. We had Spice and Playboy. We were watching things that we were not supposed to be watching way too early. We got to know things that we should not have known way too
Now,
early.
pause
And
right
that
there.
does
What
have
was
an
our
effect.
spice though?
And that
Before the
does have an
Scrambler came out, what was our spice? We had to flick back between channel and 30 real quick. Oh, I saw
But we
a boob.
did. But we
Oh, I saw a
caught
titty.
with that
Oh, I
moment.
saw a butt.
But that moment that you caught that clean look.
But wait, here's my point
Man.
though. We had to flick channels back and forth. Now, all they gotta do is this.
That's true.
So they have more access to see even more
more.
filth than we saw and went through.
So how does-
That's the
which-
reason
which
why
tells
we gotta
me-
guard these kids even
Which
more.
tells-
If
which
you
tells-
want your
listen,
child to be
listen.
married
Which
one
tells
day
me-
and it to be easier for him, try your best to not condone him smashing down every woman he see. And I know that goes against what we taught, but
But which tells me that the girls are not traumatized when they deal with older guys.
But
'cause they're
still,
exposed to
but
stuff.
you know what? Point blank, we still have to protect them.
we
still
gotta
have to
protect them. We
Point
gotta
blank.
protect them.
We
We
gotta
gotta
point
protect
blank.
them.
We gotta
And
Even though them tough and all, and them want to be more masculine,
still delicate.
them still more delicate. Plain and simple.
No,
matter
women,
what them
women
want
always
to be.
listen. No,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong about the delicate part. They're going to be delicate, but I'm just saying that I don't like the double standard in between. If I just
But
like,
it
at that
always
age-
exists.
at
a
that
lot
age,
of
I
it
think
has
you
to
should
do with
leave-
the delicacy
Yeah.
of girls.
But at that
and-
age, as kids, I think they need to be even towards that. That's the point that I've been trying to argue. But I know it's time, you know.
Definitely time to wrap this up. We can go a lot more in depth on it, and
So
most
much
definitely
more,
we
man.
can
We
pick
could
it
go
up
all
another
Please
point.
comment.
Hey,
Please
please comment on everything.
Okay.
YouTube,
Facebook, basically.
Twitter,
Hey,
Facebook.
listen.
But I will say they were very fortunate at a young
Yeah,
age.
let me say something real quick before you close it out. YouTube. Comment on YouTube. A lot of us post our stuff on Facebook. You comment on Facebook, but please hit the like button on YouTube and subscribe.
Please do subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. And
As
yes,
always.
this topic today was definitely all the topics today were brought up by fans. So we definitely want to thank you for your suggestions.
Yeah.